Extra, extra, read all about it, hot off the press. You're not going to want to miss this one, folks.
Excuse me, sir. I'll take one of those, thank you.
Absolutely, my good man. Today we have 2 golden stories. The pirate, Straw Hat Luffy, broke back into Marineford to ring a bell and leave some flowers. But the real story is just a little further down.
Oh, okay, sure. That sounds intense, actually. I wonder how anything is going to top that Luffy thing. In addition to the news regarding Straw Hat Luffy, the more controversial news story today is about a local farmer. Sources say that farmer Justin has found the secret to growing actual cat girls and will be revealing his findings this afternoon. That's wild. Wait, so he's going to come here, like right now?
That's right. He's going to unveil his new cat girl for everyone in a moment. Oh, look, there he is now.
Hello, people, and thank you so much for joining me on my grand unveiling of my new creation. I've scoured the earth in search for the mysteries of life and felines, and I've come up with a revolutionary new creature, the cat girl.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you have one right now?
Of course. After all, what kind of man would I be without coming here to show off my creation for the masses? Everyone, without further ado, I give you the cat girl.
Meow.
Sir, that's a man, and that's not a cat. It's like literally just a guy.
Look with your eyes, my friend. As you can see, I have brought before you nothing short of a cat girl in the flesh.
Meow, meow.
Okay, listen, not to be the fun police here, but that's literally a man with a set of Hadman cat ears.
No, it's a cat girl.
Buddy, it absolutely is not.
Okay, just listen to me here. I've been falling on some really hard times lately due to all the increase in pirating. My girls are all sick. My wife left me and married some noble. She abandoned us in search for a more secure lifestyle. I haven't been able to grow a thing in months. And anything I do grow gets stolen by pirates when they invade my lands. All I'm asking here is for a little bit of discretion. I need to sell this to the Celestial Dragons, or me and my girls are doomed.
Sir, I'd like a refund for my paper, please.
Sure, it's only fair. All right, Mr. Farmer. The police are here to escort you off the premises.
You can't! Please think of my family!
Well, I did. And then I realized I just don't care.
Meow. Meow.
that poor cat. He sounds like
God,
having
even the
a
cat
really
sounds fed up with my bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know what you did to that poor man. Cat?
Yeah, wait a minute. So you're telling me that you grabbed a cat, threw it in a box, grabbed a man. Now you've confused me.
See, I told you, it's a cat. You're looking with your real eyes, bread boy.
Look at your third eye.
my third eye, of course. How silly of me. So you stole a man, you threw it in a box. Like, what was his idea in all this? Like, what did you tell him? Like, why is he here?
Listen, he's a little kinky. All right, he played along.
He's a little kinky. He's gonna get sold to Celestial Dragon.
Justin's like, I actually found him with the cat ears. I didn't even give him those.
he's like, in addition to a fanfic I just read, I found this other schmuck that came from an actual fanfic itself. Oh man, too real. My God. Well, you know what? Justin, I'm glad you're going to prison, and welcome.
Not the turn I was expecting, but I'm glad we got here.
You know, can I tell you, I'm starting to realize maybe we need better writing, because I think in all of our bits, somebody either gets killed or gets sent to jail. Like 90% of the time.
Nonsense.
Listen, it's just relevant to the pirating world and then the current scene we're in.
The recent,
there's a lot of negativity going around.
I feel like
material, not you. All right.
I feel like the recent Robot Bread Boy arc didn't feature any killing or.
Well, I mean, when you turned me from a robot to another robot, obviously you killed the original robot me, so...
Well, robots aren't alive, first of all, so no one died. Also, Skynet, if you're listening to this, I love you.
Yeah, right.
Well, that was that time
really
you went super nova.
Right, yeah, I just kind of exploded. I guess you could say I self-destructed. I didn't really die, right? I guess that's fair. But I mean, isn't it your guys' fault that I self-destructed in the first place?
No, not you guys.
Wait, Christian, how do you know about that?
Well, I mean...
Who told you?
I keep a memory bank when, I change from body to body. Like, I'm not an idiot.
Hell?
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean you remember
I think
one time?
Where did you... No, you know what you did? When you upgraded my operating system, it changed. You know that pop-up that says, would you like Brendan to remember reboot phases that has like a check mark? Well, when I was in my old OS, you remembered to unclick it. But when he got me my new OS...
Oh, yeah, I did just kind of exit out all the pop-ups to finish faster.
It comes in as a default check. So the last couple of reboots, I have a clear memory. Honestly, it's great. I feel invincible. I'm basically immortal.
Yeah, thanks for telling me that. I just changed it. That was actually super simple.
Wait,
I can't believe how easy that was. I don't know why I didn't just do this earlier. All right, I'll keep that in mind next time.
Okay, wait, no. Hold on, I like my memories.
Yeah, well, I don't like the fact
my memories
that you remember
too, but I
your
only have 2 brain
memories.
cells, so you know.
All right, well, I guess without further ado, let's move on to the summary before we forget to get that part.
Before we get another hard reset.
Does anyone want to read it really quick?
No, really,
okay.
it's between me and you.
It.
Christian can't read too much.
What can
Got
read?
his voice.
So, we finally learned that Rayleigh's proposal to Luffy entailed, we're going back to Marineford, baby. Luffy, Jinbei, and Rayleigh take their commandeered Navy ship around the lot before pulling into the bay. After being ejected from their ride, the trio make a small ruckus of the noticeably weakened Marine force. Luffy rings a bell 16 times, then walks over to the massive crater Akainu fell through and presses F to pay respect. Great photo op, by the way. Before getting away once more. Not sure how they all managed to escape considering their ride got blown up, but whatever. Also, this whole ruse is some elaborate plan to send a secret message to the Straw Hats, but we're not sure what it is yet. Seems like everyone has gotten the memo except for Zoro, who's having a harder time deducing the message, but I'm sure he's not as dense as Rayleigh thinks he is, and he will get it eventually. Besides that, we get a small glimpse of the Straw Hats' extended families around the world, getting an update on Luffy and the recent war happenings. We also get small glimpses of how the Navy is addressing a post-Whitebeard pirate world, Buggy reuniting with his crew, as well as some supernovas and some other big names, making their way to the new world, which seems a whole new level of hell compared to paradise. That is the first half of the Grand Line. Big things are coming. Stay tuned.
Dun, dun.
We always got to end with that like to be continued energy without saying to be continued.
Yeah, we got to convince the audience to keep listening to our podcast, man.
Well, no, but I mean, like, we could just be like, big things are coming. We don't always have to be like to be continued.
Yeah, I don't know. This
like,
is just a feature of Justin's writing that I've already expressed my, I don't want to say distaste, but like the need to not have it there every single time.
Sure. Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
I think I said
But
this last
I'm not
week.
the one writing the
I'll say
summary,
it
so
again.
I'm just
Like you said, if you don't like what I'm writing, write it yourself.
You know what,
No, it's
Justin?
fair.
I love your work. I think everything you write is perfect.
Well, you know, I'm not gonna go that far here.
Yeah. I just got to make sure we're all on the same page. So
Whenever people try to make this kind of argument, I just say, well, you know, I'm not a parent, and I don't need to be one to be able to point out the fact that your child is shitty. Like, it's pretty obvious to people if your child's a piece of shit. Sometimes I don't need a parent. I don't need to be a parent to realize it.
Am I
It's
a
just
piece of shit? What's
it's just a
happening?
comparison.
No.
You know.
Okay. All right.
No.
We're getting lost in each
Well,
other now. All right.
Now that we're here, yes,
First
Justin,
it
I
was
hate you.
anti-union bread boy making sure I don't go on strike, and then I don't know, school psychiatrist Christian came out of nowhere. I'm very confused.
I like how I'm back to anti-union. All I did was support you and all of your endeavors, and for whatever reason, I'm anti-union.
I sound like you're trying to make sure I don't go on strike.
Feels
This
a
sounds
lot like fucking, what do you call that word? Fireballing? What the hell is it? Gaslighting.
Gaslighting. Fireballing. Were you drinking last night? Or are you planning to do some drinking soon?
No, I couldn't remember gaslighting for a second. That's all. You know, the neurons were like in the middle of clasping, and I was
They're
like
currently
saying
drowning in
words.
Fireball.
Yeah.
It's very spicy in there right now.
I'm drowning in
Gotta open the
Fireball brain.
sinuses up.
Exactly. But anyway, we watched One Piece this week.
We did.
I think the easiest way to lean in is a few different things happen, different characters. We kind of jumped around. I think easiest way to go about what we watched or whatever. Let's just cover all the straws, their reactions, because we kind of got a 2-part reaction here. Although maybe part of it was last week, where the Straw Hats get an update on Luffy, and they're all still trying to, like, you know, break free and, you know, go see Luffy or whatever, because they're all worried about him. I thought the exact same thing, but I didn't know how to lean into it. I'm glad you did it for me.
That song oddly applies very well to Chopper's current state.
It do be, though.
That's true. It's true.
It do be indeed. But more importantly, all the straws. So at one point, Luffy obviously talks with Rayleigh and Jinbei, and they came up with this grandiose plan. And I mean, refresh my memory. I wasn't here last week, so I watched a big chunk together. Were these eps where they decided what they were going to do, or was that last week? Like, did we know he was going to Marineford as of last week?
No. At the end of last set of episodes, Rayleigh proposes his idea or his second option, because Luffy refuses the first one, I think is what it was. And we are made aware that Rayleigh gave him a second option and that it seems tougher of a decision than the first. But it isn't until this set of episodes that Luffy, A, affirms that he's going to take the second option, and then B, we find out what it is, of course.
Gotcha. Okay. So in these eps, they decide they're going back to Marineford. We'll touch on exactly what they accomplished back at Marineford in a second, but we cover all of the straws in a very quick succession over like what they're all doing and how they're all reacting. And Zoro, we'll start with Zoro for the most part. Zoro's having a rough time. He's not having a good time. He's
Very
fighting some monkeys, humandrills, I believe they're called. And I'm sure Devin had his big great think last week where he was like, I knew it. It's Mihawk's Island. I believe, because I do believe
there was a called it moment there, of course.
There, I'm sure there was
I didn't give it to him because he didn't call it right, but Christian did, and we're at an impasse.
Was there was an impasse, huh?
Well, I think because Devin's original proposition was that this was Mihawk's home island, not that he necessarily lived here currently.
Sure, right,
So I was like, Mihawk's involved here. Like, I gave him the called it, but Justin was very much a stickler for the specifics on this one for some reason.
Okay, well, regardless of the specifics, Zoro, of course, got his ass beaten. Well, not of course, but he did get his ass beaten by all these humandrills. And poor Perona on the side is like, oh, great. Now I don't have to worry about Zoro. I can hang out with Mihawk. But Mihawk is even worse company. poor Perona. Go ahead.
Does not want her there, but like in such a nonchalant manner that's almost more insulting.
Dude, I love like Mihawk's vibe in these episodes where he's just like, I recognize that you people are here. I will pay you absolutely zero mind. In fact, he even gives Zoro a boat. He's like, hey, you want a boat? Go around the south side of the castle. Which, how does he find, by the way? Just saying. I don't think that this man has... As soon as he leaves the castle, you know this man went in the wrong fucking direction. But I guess through the power of friendship and worry, he manages to figure out, parse together where the boat might be.
I bet you he didn't walk in the direction of the bay, though. I bet you he had no idea where he was going to get to the water in the first place. He just didn't. He made it like 10 feet with the boat before the monkeys jumped him again.
It's actually funny if you think about it, because he clearly had no idea where to go the first time he found the monkeys. But then, like, when he fought them off, he only ever knows how to find a fight. So now I imagine he picked up the boat, but then as he was leaving with the boat, his internal compass was only directing him back to fighting.
Yeah, closer to the human drills.
Yeah, exactly.
I keep reading it as human drills. I can't not read it as human drills.
Human drills.
Right, I understand, but
you know what you could simply do is just remove that information from your brain. Is call them baboons or monkeys.
Monkey
fight monkey.
It do be a monkey fight monkey.
Literally, that is how their species operates. Monkey see, monkey do, and all they saw was war.
We get the exposition in these eps that the humandrills are
violence.
They're just a joke around monkey see, monkey do. So in times past, this country, I guess they succumbed to like crazy civil war or whatever before Mihawk decided to big chill here. But the humandrills lived and they were like, wow, look at all these guys fighting. And they just figured out how to fight too. So one of them even like picks up Zoro's moveset and starts fucking around with three swords.
That is so
be a little BM though.
It's like, bro, I only saw you like last night and I already know your whole skill set. Let's go. 1v1 me. Scrub.
I don't even think he saw a dragon twister, but he could recreate it like with no problem whatsoever.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure they used both moves that Zoro used on him. I think it's been a while.
That would make a lot more sense.
But I'm pretty sure he did.
I did appreciate though Zoro like overpowering that 3-sword style monkey to like, you know, put him in his place. Like, listen, you're just a copycat, and you know it, all right? I'm the real deal here. And then he gets jumped by like 20 other monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Zoro's
No one
having a
respects
bad
the
time.
1v1.
He was unable to beat the monkeys in the first place. Then after he sees Mihawk or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, I got to get the fuck out of here." And then Mihawk's like, "Here, have a boat." He unfortunately fights them again and is losing. And Mihawk's like, "You're a punk. You know that? What the hell's going on, man?" And unfortunately, that's where Zoro's kind of left. Perona sort of helps him out at the end. The monkeys left him alone, whatever. And that's when he gets Luffy's final message, or rather the newspaper that came out about him going back to Marineford. And Guy is unable to parse what on earth is happening.
Okay, hold on. He's just taking his time. But apparently it's been a really long time because Perona's arm is shaking. And he's like, hold it still. I'm like, I've been here for a while. Can you hurry up and figure it out already?
He's not taking his time. You can all right, so Zoro is the last one we get for joke context. Rayleigh points out the idea that this was a message to all of the Straw Hats on what they were going to do next. But he says all of them should get it, except for one who might struggle to get it because he seems kind of boneheaded. But I'm pretty sure Rayleigh also adds on at the end that he should get it though in the end. So
that's what I'm saying,
Zoro
man.
seemingly is on the verge of getting it, but oh my God, can you hear the gears grinding in his brain? I can see the smoke coming from his ears as his brain struggles. His neurons, they just can't reach each other. Not
the
in
wrinkles
Zoro's
on his brain are left at home. He's got nothing left.
They've already gone on Christmas vacation.
The tendrils are just like barely like flicking against each other, just trying.
All
so
those
hard.
wrinkles
right
know
there.
how to do is fight and memorize 3 sword style moves. That's it.
If it doesn't have 3 in it, then it's broken. Which there is a 3 to be fair, but I will get into what the message is later, I suppose. We'll cover all the straws and their reactions first. So unfortunately, Zoro's sort of left in the air as the schmuck that may or may not understand. So maybe Perona or somebody will give him the assist on the side, but he's just kind of like,
Nah, I bet he's got it.
Nah, he's fine. All right.
You think he's got this? Okay, maybe
Perona's
he's got this.
utilizing the American Disability Act, acting as his arms and first aid. All right. The thinking, he's got it covered, though. He's got it. He's fine.
I don't know, man. I'm a little worried for him.
I'm worried for his brain.
I'm worried. I'm also worried for his brain. His brain is working overtime right now.
Double overtime.
There's actual fire like up there. You know that episode of SpongeBob where all the SpongeBobs are burning everything to the ground? That's what's going on in his head right now for sure. But moving on to, of course, Zoro's best friend, Chopper. The Chopper. Homie kind of gets it like immediately, doesn't he? So I think we close out his story arc in these eps too, where he essentially like helps out the goons and the birds, and it's all a misunderstanding. One of the daddy birds decides he's gonna like fly him back to Sabaody, and he gets the updated paper while he's flying away. And as soon as he looked at it, he was like, "What the hell, Luffy? What are you doing there?" And I think it cut away to another Straw story, but it came back to Chopper, and he was just like, yep, I get it, bud. I absolutely change your plans. No worries, I got you." He's just easy peasy. Moving on. Usopp, of course, was on his everything's gonna eat me island, which we returned to.
So I'm gonna eat it first.
So I'm gonna eat it first. Eating his emotions. We have a note in here that literally says eating his emotions away can't be more true to form.
Listen, I just highly relate to Usopp's plight right now, all right?
Right, yeah, everyone
I've never
wants
felt
to
more seen in my life.
Never felt more seen. Well, as soon as he sees the new newspaper or whatever, he's like, yeah, absolutely, I got this. No worries. He had absolutely zero problem figuring out what was going on. Nami's the one that actually kind of broke me a little more than the rest, because so she gets it too very quickly, but she's like on her way to stealing a ship or whatever with the old guy, when the old guy's like, hey, why don't we like go big chill at my place, man? We don't have to do this. Like, they're shut down after you tried the first time.
They're playing GTA and the level is 5 and hot red. Everything's flashing red. The police are surrounding her.
There's still a 5-star like waiting for you like in the background. We can't go right now. Like, come on, let's have some tea or something. Let's hang. And
let the heat die down.
Nami gets an updated paper, and as soon as she does, she like tells the old man, shut the fuck up. And the first thing she says, so she got it, but I really like this. She was like, what the hell, man? Like, you're so selfish. Well, how about how I feel? And then we're just sort of left like up in the air as to like what she's going to do next.
Nami is just not the favorite character these past couple episodes. Like, what is her deal?
I like to think of it more as she wanted nothing more than to come back to Luffy here. And now she sees a message where, unfortunately, that can't happen because he's got a new order for them or whatever. And she's like, man, like, come on, dude. This feels like a little unwarranted. Oh, you got nothing on that? All right, well, then we're moving on. Frankie, he blew up the plate. Oh, also, did anyone think that, like, Frankie was dead here?
Shut
Probably
up.
Not, right?
Shut up.
Okay.
I thought he was dead.
No,
Frankie-
you didn't. Be quiet.
My
Frankie-
man blew up a whole laboratory, a whole marine base.
Okay, but Christian, were you expecting the Frankie that we got?
Yeah,
Franken zombie.
Terminator Frankie was funny as hell.
So for context, audience, after Frankie blew up the science lab in the last set of episodes, we cut back to him, and I guess because like he exploded and all the fireball like hit his front where all of his robot parts are, all it ended up accomplishing was burning his skin. So he still has his back, but like all of the front of him where all the robot parts are
My
completely...
man tanked it. He was like, man, if I turned around, I'd be dead right now.
Yeah, right. If he was like, man, if that hit me in the back, this would be a different anime right now. So we get Terminator Frankie, of course. And as soon as he like pulls himself out of the rubble, I guess something from the science lab still functioned.
Somehow a fax machine survived the explosion and printed him like a newspaper or at least like a marine report about what Luffy did.
Right. Like, I don't know what that was even all about. It just kind of like the camera cut to a fax machine and then cut back to Frankie. We don't see either of these things together in the same frame. We just see fax machine on one frame, Frankie reading newspaper on the other frame.
He's
So
like,
I
The fax
understand,
machine
yes.
like prints the page of the newspaper where you see the picture of Luffy at least. So you understand that that's what's getting to Frankie right now, but it's still like, what is this? What is this fax machine connected to? How is it still
Right.
working? Who is even sending this?
Where's it at? Why is it being printed? Who was the one that selected print? Is there just like some
Why is this the one
marine
thing to
schmuck?
survive besides Frankie? Like, what is this fax machine made out of? Did he eat a devil fruit?
It was great.
Did he eat the titanium fruit or something? Like, what's going on?
Luckily, all it ended up meaning was that Frankie got the message, and we move on to Robin, of course, who is still in Tequila Wolf, big chilling with the Revolutionary Army. And at one point, they're even like, "Hey, yo, you still you sure you don't want to go see Dragon? Like, he would love to meet you." And she's like, "Nah, dude. Like, I got some family I gotta find.
I
You know,
got some places to be.
yeah, I got places
Pen
to
me
be."
in for a rain check.
But then after she gets the newspaper, of course, as they're like in the carriage or whatever, she's like, I think the goon she was driving with was even like, it's hard to tell if you're shocked or like smiling over there or like laughing.
Funny or
yeah, like are you laughing? Is it funny or is it like surprising? And she's like, oh, don't worry, it's both. True to form, it's both. Don't worry.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Because that's literally my entire existence ever since joining these motherfucking schmucks is everything's both shocking and funny at the same time. You hate to see it.
What I hate the most about that is that she doesn't like go on to say is like, hey, I think I can go see Dragon now, which I really wanted to hear. Like I just want that to be confirmed as like the new next step or whatever. It's like,
Well-
I certainly have a bunch of free time.
None of them offer up a like what they're going to do next part. They
Right.
just all of their scenes pretty much end with a all right, I get it. Fine, Luffy, I'll do what you want.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Fair.
But it's not really. Now we can make speculation as to what it's supposed to mean, but
Which
we
we'll
can
get to
there a
once-
little later.
Yeah, we're almost there. So I would agree with Christian. I don't think that we're necessarily at the point where any of the straws have expressed what their next steps are. They understood Luffy's message, so now the next step is either going to be, I don't know, whatever they plan to do. But we can talk about it in a minute. Brooks was honestly kind of the weakest. I remember rewatching this from long ago, and I'm like, Now I gotta relive this whole long arm showing up and stealing his ass back again or whatever. Essentially, he made music to help inspire the goons that summoned him into beating the long arm tribe. It worked. And the long arm tribe, after they got beaten, they were like, "Oh, thanks for freeing us again." And they just kidnapped Brooke. Like, very, very jarring exposition.
And turn him into a sideshow. Like the end goal there is we're going to put you on display and make a shit ton of money off of you. And then they do that. That's it.
Yeah, instead of P.T. Barnum, we got the 3-arm Barnums over here or whatever the hell, or three joint.
I also just
joint
quickly
Barnums.
before we go past Brooke's side story, the long arms, getting down on all fours in front of, or I guess sixes in front of Brooke.
Yes.
Very unsettling. Very unsettling.
The way they just folded up their arms.
The way their arms have to bend at those 290-degree angles for them to put their hands on the ground is awful. I
knew you were going to have a comment on that.
I hate it.
For recognition or for clarity, audience, of course, the long arm tribe, they're called the long arms because they have two elbows in each arm. So in order for them to like be on their hands and knees, their arms have to essentially form like a Tetris piece of like 290-degree bends in order for them to bend down. Very eye jarring for sure.
It's
very
grotesque.
body horror of Oda here,
Body horror? I don't think it's that bad. I think you guys are just like.
I think Christian would disagree with.
It's grotesque. but maybe that's just because I'm a dirty one elbow or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, don't knock it till you try it, my guy. Come on.
I promise you, I will not try it. I will not be trying 2 elbows. Thank you very
Brendan's
much.
giving off some long arm tribe energy right now, bro. How many
some
elbows you got?
sympathy here.
I like the long arm tribe. I think they have a fun design. I think they're a clever.
I'm
clever
talking about
race.
you right now. How many elbows you got? Huh? Roll them sleeves.
Definitely 2 in each arm, but I call my second elbow a wrist. You see? Yep. Moving on to Sanji. Sorry, a little dead air there. Excuse me.
Hold on. Before we move on, I had a genuine question in my brain. Which segment is the forearm? Like, where does it start, begin? Like, is the first segment all wrist?
It seems like they
and
just
then,
throw on a second forearm. Like, like God in this world just took a piece of forearm, like, cut off the wrist, like just like slapped another forearm in front of where the wrist joint was, called it a second elbow, and like that was it. Like he just copy pasted another forearm set there.
Okay.
So we have the back arm? No, the bicep.
The bicep, tricep, heart, and then you have like 2 sets of forearms. Except the first set is now mid arm. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to parse in my head.
I don't know the skeletal structure / naming conventions for the physiology of the long arm tribe, but
I don't think you want to. I'm trying to envision this in my head, and I don't like it.
That's what I'm getting at here. Is I don't want to know.
I don't like the imagery in my brain.
I don't hate the long arm tribe. I think they're a fun race. I could see them in like another fantasy medium, just as like, yeah, and then you got these other guys with a couple of elbows. Very, very simple change.
It feels like a Rick and Morty bit.
It does feel like a Rick and Morty bit, though. I think that's why I like it so much. I'm just here for stupid, man.
Just don't bow down in front of me. Stop, please. I can't
see it. I don't want to look at it ever again. And then we go back, and then of course Sanji, who simultaneously meets Ivankov, and he knew from the moment he met Ivankov, who was in her female mode, if you will. He knew the bit before even starting, and he's struggling so hard. He's hitting on her and simultaneously trying to keep himself from hitting on her until, she turns himself back into male Ivankov form, and he's like, I knew it! I fucking knew the punchline! I knew it the whole time!
And still, I couldn't contain myself. God, I hate you, bro. I hate you. This passion of mine.
But Ivankov, of course, shows up back to her queen, or her favorite island, as she is queen. And Sanji goes like, "Hey, can you tell me more about Luffy? I heard you were there, and I'm on his crew." And she's like, "Oh, really? Prove it." And he's like, "I don't know. I'm on the crew." And then she's like, "Okay, well, is this your bounty?" And he goes, absolutely not. And he's like, okay, do you know any of these people? And he doesn't ever like say yes. He just kind of like reacts to each of them separately. And then she goes like, well, then how could you be on the crew? Clearly,
Well,
if you are none of these people.
Actually, he does say he doesn't know Zoro. He
says, I don't know that
very
guy.
angrily affirms that he doesn't know Zoro.
Which might have been his undoing there, honestly.
There's a lot of bits that happen there. And I mean, honestly, she's like, asking the right questions. Like, well, how could you be here if this isn't you and you don't know any of these fuckers on the ship or whatever? And he's like, okay, you have to understand, okay, that photo, and then he's coughing blood.
It physically pains him to admit it. I love this.
Ivankov on the side's like, oh, wow, this is a sore subject for you, huh? He's like, yes, that stupid drawing. It's me, but it's not me. But yes, it's me. And then Ivankov looks at him and looks at the poster and goes like, nah, it doesn't look anything like you.
And he's just like, I hate it here.
I hate everything about this.
Why would you make me say it then?
We cut away for a minute. Sanji and Ivankov fight. Then, of course, Sanji assumedly loses, I guess.
Oh, you get
I wouldn't say
rocked.
assumed. I would say he got his shit rocked. Yeah.
Probably got his shit rocked. But him and Ivankov are just kind of chilling when we cut back to him after he gets the message from Luffy in the newspaper or whatever. And Ivankov, I love this like stupid bit of Ivankov just like popping around dancing or something. I don't know what it is, but that shit makes me feel it's very wholesome. I just want to see Eva do more Eva things. And that's it. We covered all the straws. All right. So let's move on to the real elephant in the room. Of course, Rayleigh's idea was to go back to Marineford and do this whole giant, I guess, spectacle in order to get the attention of a bunch of newscasters so that Luffy could send the picture. Let's ask the only one who hasn't seen the series, Christian, do you know what the message is? I'm sure you do. I would be beside myself if you couldn't parse it together. It was kind of in our faces the whole time.
Well, hold on. Before he answers that, like, could you even see this message in the photo? Like, I didn't see nothing, all right? That's all I'm saying.
All right, shut up, Justin. So, Christian, go ahead.
So, the message that I pretty much know and saw coming, and Justin knows that I know about this also.
I don't know shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, yeah, okay.
Right, the king of spoilers, who asked me about all of this stuff like 6 months ago.
No.
He's telling all of the Straw Hats to stay put.
Yes.
He's telling all of them to just chill wherever they are, that they will meet up again, not in 3 days, but in 2 years.
Ding, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner.
And I'm not going to lie to you. So I know about the time skip already. I know that's the thing.
Okay.
It was not until just this moment that I parsed out the tattoo.
Wait a minute. Are you kidding me?
I knew the time skip was happening.
Oh my God,
as I was watching the episodes,
I mean, don't Christian him. Like, he got spoiled like 2 years ago. Don't blame him.
As I was watching the episodes, I saw the thing on his arm, and so on Luffy's arm, it says 3D crossed out, and then underneath that it says 2Y. And in my brain, when I was first watching it, I was thinking that it was some kind of Ace tribute because Ace has the same tattoo, not the same tattoo, but the idea that the idea that Ace has a tattoo that also had a thing crossed out on it, whatever. So I spent like 15 to 20 minutes after watching those episodes trying to figure out what 3D 2Y meant, and I couldn't come up with anything. And it wasn't until I started talking 5 seconds ago, 2 minutes ago about this, that I went,
oh my God.
I know the time skip. Oh. So, and I just, I said it from there. And now we're here.
Okay.
I'm explaining the fact that I figured it out on the spot.
That's actually incredible. I got to be honest with you. I thought there was going to be zero shot that we would come into this cast tonight and be able to deflect from the message. So I didn't even...
Well, that part is true. That part is still true. It was the conveyance of it that I was like, well, what the fuck could this mean? Like, I don't understand. But because he went to the Marineford and he paid his respects to the war effort. And so it's still in my head up until the moment I started speaking, it was an Ace tribute on his arm and not the message to the Straw Hats.
So the story is here. Christian became an NPC in the universe and fell for Rayleigh's big brain trick.
Until he said it out loud.
Until I talked it out loud. Listen, I run on. I do things on instinct. I don't think I'm not thinking things out clearly. Clearly, I need to run the rest of my life just on pure animal instinct and split-second decision making.
Well, in my mind, I was kind of hoping as we were going through these, because I kind of forgot, how in your face the message was. And I mean, it's clear as day. It's the only standout feature on Luffy that we haven't seen before. So to see the 3D crossed and the 2Y, I mean, then you just have to think to yourself, okay, what do those letters and numbers have in common? And then you go, not 3D, but 2Y. Oh, of course. Not 3 days, 2 years. Got it. Understood.
I hate algebra.
Right, of course. he just wanted to send an algebra question. That was his big message. And of course,
Zoro was the one who didn't figure it out.
Right.
Because he also hates algebra. Exactly.
If it was 3Y, he would have been fine. But there's no 3 on the Y, so he's confused.
You're saying a whole lot of letters right now, and it's hurting my brain.
The 3D is crossed out, so he's like, well, if it's not 3, like, what the fuck could it possibly be? Like, why would I use two swords? It doesn't make any sense. I'm the 3-sword swordsman.
2Y.
I have 3 earrings. I have 3 swords. Like, why would I do anything besides 3? Luffy, what the fuck, man?
32 equals DY.
Enough of you. So yes, that is indeed the message. He sent it out, and then there was also the 16 bell thing. We cut to a lot of the actually pretty much I think all of them, all of the supernovas, and they're all in the new world right now. Just
definitely not all.
No,
of them.
Definitely not all. Maybe
half.
3 in total.
Not even half. Yeah.
Well, we
catch up with Capone, who gets alien abducted.
He's got alien abducted. We don't know what's happening.
What's going on with Capone? But that guy's having a bad day.
Okay. Hold on. I want to stop here actually, because me and Brendan do not know what happened there. The community does not know what's happened there. There are thoughts though. There are ideas. There are theories of what happened there.
This just straight up doesn't get explained ever? Like,
no. Maybe one day. Who knows?
Maybe one day, but it hasn't yet.
The theory, and it's the only theory I've heard, but probably the most credible and best one, is Shiki is still alive somewhere, and that's like his ship. And his ship has gravitational pull because of his powers, and Capone was just caught in the crossfire.
Unlucky.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know about all that. He says that's the most likely theory, and I'm more like, I don't know, that's a theory.
That sounds crazy to me, I'll be honest.
Capone, to put it in perspective, there was a planetary devastation, by the way.
Yeah, very much look like
with
that.
with thrusters on it, and Capone and his ship
those are just little mountains. It's
whatever they are,
upside down.
Who knows what the fuck they are? And they just got sucked into it, and that's just where we're left. So he got anti-devastation, I guess.
Sure.
Devastation.
Well, he got pulled in as part of the formation of the planetary devastation.
Right.
Maybe.
Of course. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. Anyway, fucking poor Capone. He's having
This is the Madara crossover.
This is the Madara crossover.
So Capone gets abducted by aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Hawkins kills Blackbeard, or Brownbeard.
Brown.
He deserved it.
Yes.
He very much deserved it. I love this scene just because it takes care of Sticky Beard. Hopefully won't have to see him again. And also I got to see one of my favorite supernovas again. So
for sure.
He was also just like so ice cold when just talking to the dude.
Oh my God.
He was like, who are you? He's like, I'm Brownbeard. I'm the guy. He's like, oh, so you're the guy whose goons I killed. Got it.
Yeah, he goes like two
one,
things.
Don't care. Two,
One,
I see
fuck
death in your
off.
future.
Your name is stupid, and I was really hoping that wasn't really your name, but it turns out it is. Second, you're gonna die now. That's just straight up. You're gonna die.
I love that narrative where he like walked up. He's like, "Hey, what's your name?" And in the back of his mind, he's like, If this motherfucker says Brownbeard, I swear to God, my name is Brownbeard. I fucking knew it.
The one fucking thing I knew this brain dead idiot was going to say. All right, you're dead.
Congratulations, you're fucking dead.
And then Aruge.
Yeah,
Aruge.
And so, who gets pulled up by a boat full of old women, I guess, who are maybe witches of some kind. I don't know. They seem kind of crazy.
His fate was kind of left in the air. He like ran up to an island that's literally just raining lightning.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And I have some facts about these this little moment.
Oh, go on.
So I don't think they said the old lady's name. It gets revealed down the road. It doesn't matter. The old lady that asks that speaks to the crew, her name is Casa, and Casa is apparently the Japanese word for umbrella, which is funny.
Okay.
But the more interesting part is that island they roll up on is called Raijin Island.
Oh.
And as we see, it's like literally raining lightning. And this may be a reference to a real world phenomenon. So down in Venezuela, at the mouth of the Catatumbo River, there is a similar situation that goes on there naturally, where for 160 days out of the year, lightning strikes for about 9 hours a day and about 280 times an hour.
Holy shit.
What in the world?
It is referred to as Relámpago del Catatumbo. Relámpago is the Spanish word for lightning, and Catatumbo translates to House of Thunder in the language of the native indigenous people known as the Bari in that area of Venezuela.
Oh my God.
That's sick as fuck.
That's crazy.
I just thought we had like a lightning island for
I
fun.
did not
but
know that. That's wild.
That's actually sick as
All
fuck,
right.
though.
I'm glad you brought that to us. That was a very fun fact.
That's a very fun fact.
So, and then I believe the only other one interspersed between the others is we get Kid murdering some other band of pirates who are like, we just want to live, bro. Like we're done with
And
this.
he's like, if you weren't ready to die to come over here, you should never come here at all.
No. And then he murders them. And then they get crucified, in fact.
This is actually where I have a quick question. Is this the first time that they've done the whole new world versus paradise thing, or have we heard paradise before?
No,
This is the first time I've heard paradise.
I don't know if we've heard. I can't remember. We might have heard the word paradise in reference, but had no frame of reference for what it meant. Maybe, but this is the first explicit time they've been like, yeah, the front half of the Grand Line is referred to as paradise to people who have been to the New World.
Yes,
yeah, like in my own little individual Google searchings of random crap, I often come across the wiki was like, such and such are going to paradise. And I'm like, paradise? What's that? And I'm like, oh, the first half of the Grand Line. I'm like, oh, why don't I remember that? And now we're here.
It is funny, like when you think back to at the very beginning of the series when they talk shit about the Grand Line being like the scariest fucking sea. Then you get halfway through the series and you're like, oh, just kidding. The first half of the Grand Line is paradise.
This
is the real Grand Line.
This is the New Game Plus Grand Line.
Yeah, exactly. New Game Plus Grand Line, baby. My God. And then we also got quick exposition from Kid as well about what the rings meant from when Luffy went by for
which
the
I can
memorial or
recite
whatever.
for you all.
Well, it was technically Killer, right?
Yeah, it was
Sorry,
Killer.
Killer. Yes, Killer.
So I can I got more facts for that too. Okay, so reference to the ox bell that Killer dumps on us. The bell it's called the ox bell. The bell is traditionally rung 8 times to give thanks to the old year that we're passing through, and 8 times to welcome in the new year that's being ushered in. This is also a tradition that's just used in our real world more or less for bringing in the new year. For instance, in Japanese Buddhist tradition, a bell is rung 108 times to cleanse the 108 worldly desires of its citizens. The ritual is called Joya no Kane. More fact, the ox bell is from in the show is from a ship called Ox Lloyd's, which may be a reference to Lloyd's of London, which is the world's leading maritime insurance marketplace. In their headquarters, they have the Lutine Bell, which was salvaged from a ship, which the ship is regarded as the group's most famous loss. The ship sunk in like maybe the 1800s, or I forgot the time. I think it was like 1850 something. Mm-hmm. The ship was destroyed at sea while carrying vast amounts of gold and silver, which were funds meant to prevent a stock market crash.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yikes.
The bell from that ship was, when placed in that headquarters, was once used. Sorry. So the tradition at one point was you would ring the bell once for the arrival of an overdue ship, I guess one that's been damaged or however that works, and then twice when the ship is returning to sea. Now it's just used for like ceremonial special occasions. Apparently it's still there. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That is fun fact.
Moving on.
The
Moving on from that.
the only other reference, I don't know if you want to, I'll talk about it now just because it's related to the supernovas. The only other reference we get to the supernovas is the idea that Blackbeard has iced one of them at this point.
Wait, which one did he ice?
What? When that happened?
Who was it? I think it was when Sengoku was talking to that other person.
Kong, yes,
Kong.
Kong.
I'm
Yeah,
so mad they
yeah.
didn't name him, but we could just say it now. So the guy he's talking to, his name
I
is
think they
Kong.
do.
He is the.
That sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure he
they
refers
show
to
a-
him as Kong during
Yeah,
that
I guess his epithet
dialogue.
didn't get translated in my episode for whatever reason. His name's Kong.
I do remember Kong.
He is, what's his position? Commander.
He is fuck. I always forget. I think he was the previous fleet admiral, like when
He
Sengoku
was.
and Garp were like still becoming they were vice admirals, and then Sengoku
Mhm.
became a full-fledged admiral at one point.
Mhm.
He was the fleet admiral until he
Mhm.
stepped down to become whatever position he is now.
So let me go actually look it up. But the position he's in now is actually higher than fleet admiral. He is just way more involved.
He
And
has
more
a desk
directly
job now.
Commander in
job.
chief.
Commander in
is.
chief of the world government. He like more directly responds to the five elders and dragons. But yeah, he is. It makes me feel like fleet admiral is now like not necessarily one kind of way like what do you call it, a figurehead, because the fleet admiral is more public facing. But in reality, I guess the fleet admiral more or less deals with the day-to-day operations of like the Navy and Marines, while Kong in his commander-in-chief position is one, taking direct orders from the five elders and presumably dragons, and then doing who knows what else.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But yes, some point during their conversation, I believe it was their conversation because I don't know who else would be talking about it. Blackbeard, or maybe it was the five elders.
Yeah, no, I
It
think
might
I know
have
what
been
you're
the five
talking
elders
about. Hold on.
actually. During one of those two conversations, either the scene with the five elders or their conversation. I think it was actually the five elders because they're discussing what they're gonna, who they're gonna fill in the three vacant warlord seats with also. And I think it was then they mentioned Blackbeard has already iced one of the supernovas at this point.
Is that what they said?
They
I
do.
don't
They
recall that.
they say Blackbeard has taken care of one of the supernovas already with 100 million or more bounty.
No, hold on. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, now I don't know why you read supernovas, but I'll at least clarify what
He
I got
says
picked up.
Or I guess maybe he
Another
says
rookie. Yes.
I anytime they've referred to rookies with 100 million bounties, it's been a supernova. So I guess I made that connection maybe.
No. It was just a random rookie that's over 100 mil. Was not a supernova.
Oh,
Because the supernova are it's a generational thing where they're all above 100, but they're like of this like brand new fresh face, like within a few months sort of deal. So I think when they said rookie, comparatively he's still a rookie. I don't remember if they gave him like 2 years or something like that, but some new world rookie with over 100 million, not a supernova, as far as I'm aware.
All right, that's fair. I did read into it as one of the supernovas because up to this point, when they were talking about high bounty rookies, they were referring to supernovas pretty much exclusively. So,
and then they were also
That's on
like,
me.
he also knows a lot about Whitebeard's old territory. So the more than likely scenario is he's going to start trying to like take over their domains in the New World or whatever. Since now he's got Whitebeard's power, he might as well start take all of his shit too while he's at it. And I think one of them even said, well, hold on. We also got the Whitebeard pirates. Marco might do some shit or something. We'll have to wait and see. No idea. I guess that would be a question for you, Christian. Where do you think the next step is for Blackbeard's character? Do you think that that's his ultimate plan? Is he's just going to immediately become one of the four emperors now?
it seems like a pretty logical step for him. Yeah, I'd say so. What he does outside of claim the title, or I mean, Yeah, I don't know. Well, outside of claim the title, I don't really have any guesses. He's kind of a
maybe
loose cannon.
that's a hard question at this particular point in time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for claiming his title, he's already taken Whitebeard out, so might as well, he's earned the title to it essentially. So yeah, it's just a matter of what he does from here, what his plan entails from here. Is he planning to take down the world government? Is he just gonna go off and try and actually find the One Piece now that he's got this OP crew? Who knows? Is he gonna try and hunt down the Straw Hats? I don't know.
We will have to wait and see. But moving back to marine stuff, Sengoku did resign in the middle of this conversation with Kong. And he also recommended Aokiji for Fleet Admiral. Hey,
wild.
Dude, what? Why wild?
I mean, out of the three of them, he makes the most sense easily.
What the hell?
Does it?
Sengoku sees how the three of them act, and while Akainu tends to see the most results, it's the way that he achieves it that Sengoku doesn't want the marine moral compass to head in.
Fair enough.
And Kizaru is got too much chaotic energy, probably. I think Kizaru is a little too unpredictable in his actions, and while he can also achieve results, it's the way he can also just kind of do whatever he wants sometimes that would off-put Sengoku, I bet. Whereas Aokiji can be a bit lazy, but in the end be fairly reliable in terms of producing results one way or another. So
I feel like I just get sucked into when they make that announcement, they pan over to Aokiji speaking to Smoker, right? Which we'll get to. But I just can't help but feel that Aokiji just has such an aloof personality, and I'm like, this guy does not scream fleet commander to me. You know what I mean?
I think Sengoku believes that Aokiji can buckle down and kind of get in
rise
the
above
vibe
his station, maybe.
Yeah, get in the vibe of the role, as opposed he can become less lazy to do his job because he'll have that sense of responsibility, whereas Kizaru will just maybe he'll probably still slack off, or Akainu will just enact death penalty for fucking everything or something like that.
Buster call everything.
Yeah, just everything is a Buster call. Just burn the world to the ground and start anew with the Marines on top again.
You guys can't pay your taxes this month? Guess what, Buster call?
Well, that sucks. Your whole island's gone now. It's crazy.
That'll teach you. That'll teach you to be poor.
That'll teach this one family to not pay their taxes. No, yeah. I think the Aokiji pick makes the most sense. Even though I like Kizaru the most out of all three of them, in terms of leadership capabilities, I think it's easily Aokiji.
Smoker also requested a transfer. We got a name drop for a base in the New World, G5, presumably because Smoker just wants to continue chasing Straw Hat, and he figures that's going to be where he goes next or whatever.
He just doesn't want to admit it, of course.
Right, yeah. Sundar Smoker is I don't.
Full
it's not
effect.
that
Full
it's
effect.
not that I want to go to the New World. It's that I have to go to the New World. It's
It's where Senpai is.
Also, in the resignation speech from Sengoku, Kong made him agree to some conditions. One, Sengoku would be retired, but he would be an instructor of sorts for the upcoming class of Marines or whatever.
I think he said they would make him an inspector general or something like that.
Which is a role that Garp had also fallen into essentially as well. He mentioned that Garp was teaching students now, or younger Marines, what to do now.
Which is kind of annoying when you think about it. It basically means you can never retire from the military if you're good enough. Hey, thanks for all of this hard work you've been putting into our government and, our sense of justice. But we've realized you're too good at your job and you have to stay with us. It's or what else? Or
it's hey, you don't have to do this really heavy paperwork anymore, but you still got to go to work.
I know we've done this bit before, but this really does feel like you either stay with us or you're dead.
Yeah.
Whether of age, combat, or us.
The Marines are a gang. There's really no other ifs, ands, or buts about it. He is getting John Wicked in this instance.
Just
with a little less violence.
Oh
They
my
also
God.
made sure the part of the condition was like, hey, you have to also make sure that Garp doesn't quit or resign too. And
Oh,
somehow he was
did that
like,
say that?
Was
Yeah,
that
he
also a
did.
stipulation?
yes, he's like, you have to be an instructor, but also you have to make sure Garp doesn't resign.
Keep Garp with us too.
And somehow Sengoku just like says like, yeah, I can make that happen. I'm like, are you sure?
Are you sure about that? And before Garp becomes the defected Marine I've been wanting on the Straw Hat ship all this time.
I do have not so fun fact here, but a fact nonetheless. So episode 511 is the last episode with Sengoku's original dub voice actor, named Ed Blaylock, who passed away from cancer.
Christian, you watched Full Metal in dub, right?
I did not.
He's
Really?
the voice of
Maybe I
King
did.
Bradley?
Maybe
yeah,
I
Kira
did.
Bradley.
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
He was the homunculus that was, if you watch the original series, I believe he was Pride, and in the sequel series he was Wrath. I think Wrath,
Okay.
or not the sequel series, or
Brotherhood.
whatever. Yeah, Brotherhood. He was the Kira Bradley, the guy who was Wrath and Brotherhood, Pride, and the OG or whatever. He was very good. I actually,
yes.
this is a fun fact about me. Not that it really matters, but
Who asked?
2 characters that we lost during this part of One Piece is we actually lost the Blackbeard voice actor in addition to Sengoku, roughly at about this exact same time.
Did not know
So
that.
they both passed away right after these episodes came out, and it's just so happens to be the last time we get them for a good long while. And I was actually not even that big of a fan of the Sengoku actor for a long time. Like, I wanted to like him because he did such a good job as Fear Bradley, but it's almost like he had like this lisp when he played as Sengoku that I didn't know if that was a part of like him as a person or as the character. But after the rewatches, I don't know, something about him was like slapping. And I don't know the actor for the new guy who plays Sengoku. I haven't looked it up. He does a good
I will
job.
get there.
But when we go to these flashbacks and we hear Sengoku's original voice actor doing Sengoku lines, oh my God, dude, it slaps. I do like I grew on the Sengoku voice actor, and he will be sorely missed.
Yes. So Ed passed away in, I think, 2017. I also I thought it was worth mentioning, the original voice actor in the subbed, Tako Ishimori, passed away many years prior to that. But I thought he was worth mentioning. So the sub voice actor was replaced by our current actor, Toru Okawa. And moving on to the dub replacement, Ed was replaced by Philip Weber. I went through IBMD database thing. He's been in a bunch of properties, voiced numerous roles. I couldn't really find one huge role I think most people would hear of, except I eventually came across this little gem I think we'll all appreciate. I wish Jordy was here because he would appreciate this the most. Amongst all of the roles Philip Weber has voice acted in, I think the most notable role in his career is voicing the lines for Panda Odinskin in Smite.
Oh, no. No way.
Philip Weber is the voice of Podin, everybody.
My
Jordy, I hope you listen to
goodness.
this.
That's so good.
That's actually
I
really
can't
funny.
believe you got deep enough in this guy's fucking backlog that you found Podin. It's so good. This is the best fun fact. Oh,
It's very
God.
sad, though, because I'm pretty sure in both sub and dub, they've lost the OG voice actors for Blackbeard and Sengoku
that's
here.
crazy.
At roughly the same time, at least like by releasing standards, not like at the same time in reality or whatever. Like when this was airing in Japan, I think they lost Sengoku around the same time, which is very one of the downsides of having these super long series is, you know, your voice actors can only stick around for so long, right?
Yeah, I mean, they some grow up, and unfortunately some are, you know, 20 plus years is a long time. Things happen, unfortunately, but I mean,
I love how
hats
you
off
found
to
out
him.
Podin. Podin is the new Sengoku.
That's
huh?
so good. So good.
I gotta put like a soundbite in the chat one of these days. I personally think that the old Sengoku is going to be hard to replace, but he's been in the series a couple of times since in recent memory and new episodes, and he's doing a good job. You know,
All right, hats off.
I enjoy it.
Good job, Philip Weber.
Good job, Philip Weather, also known as Podin. Other than that, we had a Panda Man. Don't think we forgot. 512.
All right, so
There was a couple.
well, there's two. He shows up
Yeah.
twice,
On
but
Duval's crew, right?
it's Duval's crew both times. Yes. Firstly, when Duval is first exclaiming like,
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait. You said only on Duval's crew. Hold on.
Chotomate.
Only.
was there another one?
Oh, what? Do I know something you know?
I saw the same one twice on from Duval's crew. Was there
Same.
another one?
I know something
Wow.
y'all don't.
Uh-oh.
Spill the tea.
Okay, I will divulge this information. Does it count if we see Panda Man from the back? We did not see the face.
Is entering some
I don't
sketchy
know.
territory. I'm not
well,
sure.
okay, so here's my other thing, right? This is a man with a panda head. Seems very obvious you would call this Panda Man, but there's no
Sure.
heart nipples.
That
there's
is
a
very true.
There's a very I know we've made a big deal. We've made a big deal in the past of like no heart nipples, like doesn't need to have a thing. But this panda head has much more definition than the usual Panda Man head also. And so does the rest of the torso. That like he has actual abs and pecs and everything. We could have just thrown on some hard nipples, guys. Like, come on.
I think
we
we
could
got
have had a full-fledged Panda Man
We
here.
know better when it's a Panda Man versus not a Panda Man. I think when it's like a panda on a shirt, yeah, we can't call that Panda Man because it's just a panda at that point, right? But no, I say that counts as Panda Man.
This is Panda Man. I'm just disappointed that there are no hard nipples. This was a very easy way. This was a very easy one to apply hard nipples to. And the other thing is like Panda Man usually comes with like black and white panda arms too, and it's just a human torso. But this is like just a panda head on a human body.
On a human body. Yeah,
so
no, I did see that.
It was even more like this feels less and less Panda Man-esque. But
they got the B team animating these couple episodes, and they don't understand the roots. they don't know the history.
They're not up on the Panda Man lore.
Right.
Main staff was working on some movie around this time, probably. Who knows?
I'm willing to call this a Panda Man. Yes, I'm just disappointed that there is a lack of detail of real Panda Man.
Now, can you tell us about your Panda Man? I'm curious.
I will also
please.
say there was a and I think this is still the third episode. When we cut to Brooke, it's very quick, but if you like pause and play in the panning over the crowd into Brooke in a cage, there do be a little panda, and it's a very, very fast pan. It's like a 1 second pan. I had to I thought I saw it, and like I squinted, and as it went to Brooke, I'm like, okay, no, I got to rewind this. And then I pressed pause, play until I finally got the frame I needed. Yeah, dude, there's a Panda Man in the crowd. Now it was the back of his head. It was the back of his head, but I still counted. I'd say it counts.
Jury's out on this one, I think. I don't know.
Jury's out on this one.
But also like our Panda Man is lacking some Panda Man qualities. I'm willing to just throw this one a bone and be like, yeah, that's Panda Man too.
I think since he was in earlier in the episode, we just call them both and we say, yeah, good news. Is what it is.
Panda Man's back. Been a little while.
It's been a minute.
He was locked up in prison, but now he's free.
I don't think we ever saw him in prison. I don't think he was in any of those.
He was on the list. He was on the list. He was on the docket for impel.
We didn't see him, but he was
yeah.
there on the list.
I'm pretty sure we also saw Panda Man during the breakout. I'm pretty sure I remember that.
I remember looking for him, but I don't think we ever found him.
They were running upstairs, and I remember seeing Panda Man there. I
remember us talking about how it would have been an easy Panda Man drop, but then they didn't do it. But maybe I'm mistaken.
I don't remember. It's been a while it's already been a long time since we've been in Impelled Down at this point.
It has been a little bit.
I have fish brain.
The last big thing that happened was, of course, Buggy getting news from the Marines who have already found his ass because he's an idiot. What do you think the letter says? Out of curiosity, Christian,
the
do you feel
letter
like you have
from
he got it from the world government, by the way.
The Navy sent him a letter. Yes.
Oh, right. I didn't think too much about this.
Okay.
What could the letter from the world government to Buggy say?
While you're thinking about this, I do want to just...
Maybe it's an invitation to be a warlord.
No, they wouldn't do that. Come on.
Okay. Well, while we're here, I had another question of my own. So the five elders were talking about this. They were talking about filling their vacancies in the warlord system. So there's 3 open spots. Jinbei has been booted. Blackbeard, he left. And then as far as everyone's concerned, except Mihawk, Moria is dead. But Mihawk doesn't believe that for a single bit. So we have 3 open vacancies. You're thinking Buggy's filling in one of them.
It was the first thing that popped in my head 5 seconds ago when I thought about what the world government.
I don't want to double down on this. I'm here to support you.
Justin, relax. I don't think he's not hard fast one way or the other. It was just like a offhanded comment. We'll have to just wait and see.
Well, my question is here: who would you eventually who do you think would fill in the position of the warlords? Potentially, you think Buggy's one. If you have the other 2, feel free to let me know.
I don't know that I have a sense right now for what notorious pirates are really out there right now that aren't like the supernovas, or Crocodile and Daz Bones, who are just out there, and obviously Crocodile's not going to become a warlord again. So I if I had to guess, we're gonna just get introduced to a couple of random new faces that we haven't seen before. Maybe one that we have, and it'll just be a random pull from 400 episodes ago that I don't remember.
Ice is a warlord now.
Dude,
please stop.
Imagine that?
Wait, this is how Enru comes back.
Do you think any of the supernovas will find their way to becoming a warlord?
I don't know. I thought about it, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like too many of the supernovas would be that interested in tying themselves to the world government. I don't think.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's kind of like their whole shtick, right? Like,
I think we're missing an easy option. I'm surprised no one just said, "Yeah, we give Crocodile his position back."
No shot. Get out of here.
Well, that's what I just said. I don't think there's a shot in hell they give it to Crocodile back.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My brain must have been turned off.
No, yeah, I don't think they give it back to Crocodile at all.
I'm trying to think of like a gag, and in my head, I'm like, what if they made an offer to Mr. 3?
Facts. Would love if 3 became a fucking warlord.
Actually, what if it was the case? They sent the letter to Buggy because they knew Mr.
He's
3 would be with him,
and they think 3's on the crew, and they're like, "Hey, we just wanted to inform you, we're making an official offer to your crewmate, Mr. 3, aka Galdino, for the warlord system."
Galdino.
No,
Warlord Galdino.
The more I think of it, it doesn't sound completely outlandish that they would send Buggy a warlord invitation, because Buggy didn't super actively participate in the war outside of being a gag, being a commercial break during the Super Bowl that was the war of the best.
Yeah.
But he did, as far as the government is concerned, he played a major part in this breakout of the prison and has this knack seemingly for accruing people and bringing them together. So like maybe they would see value in trying to get him to be a warlord and contain that. And I don't know, maybe make some kind of deal to return a few of the prisoners, maybe. I don't know. Something along those lines. I don't know. It seems a little less ridiculous the more I kind of think about it, but I don't think Buggy would choose to be a warlord at the end of the day, is the thing. So
interesting.
I think they would still fight, even if it was true that this was an invitation to be one. They would still be searching for 3, because I don't believe Buggy would take them up on that offer.
I'm not sure I believe that. Think about it from Buggy's perspective. If you're a warlord, you get a bunch of fame and notoriety. He's already like kind of on that bandwagon right now. It's just like, he doesn't have a fancy title, right? So he would get a fancy title. He'd be rolling in it. He's like, yeah, I'm one of the Shishibukai Buggy. Don't fuck with me. On top of that, he would have more or less support / maybe mild protection from the government, which is a big, big plus for him. I don't know, I feel like this is a good deal for Buggy if that is or was the case.
But the problem is that all the warlords are based off of an animal, and Buggy's not an animal, so...
Buggy's an animal.
Buggy
we just haven't associated him with
we just don't have a literal animal to associate with him yet.
Oh, man.
I think any notoriety Buggy would want to have, he would rather fail himself into an emperor position more than anything.
I really like this
I
narrative.
mean, listen,
just so
I'm
we're
still
clear.
convinced that's the next stop.
I think
We
he
just
would
gotta.
fail upwards into a 4 emperor position first.
I still
before
believe
accepting
Yonko
a
Buggy's on the
7
docket,
warlord.
but maybe the warlord system is just the little practice phase we
I
need.
hate it.
He hates it, he says.
I hate it.
But you did point out something important, Brendan, that all the warlords have like some type of animal theme. Is there anybody like that we know of that like fits that, and we just haven't thought about them?
Lucci.
Okay, all right.
But he already works for the government and also
That's what I'm
isn't a
saying,
pirate.
like, what?
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around.
He picked the first animal that he could think of.
Okay, someone who doesn't necessarily need a Zoan fruit to join the club.
All right, then I got nothing. Head empty.
Damn, hold up. If I didn't just make my own rule, like, wait, no. Okay, so my brain was like, if I didn't just make that stipulation, I could have said Drake.
What's Mihawks?
But also Drake is a defective Marine, so no go on Drake.
Mm-hmm.
What's Mihawk's motif?
Oh, he's Hawk.
Yeah, he's definitely got bird energy.
I guess that's all right. That was a stupid
Hawkeye
question.
Mihawk.
Moving on. No, yeah, stupid question.
Justin, is that me?
It's so in your face. His moniker has it twice. Hawkeye.
Me, Hawk. I'm a hawk. Me, I am the hawk. Sorry, that was
Look at my hawk eyes.
Head empty. Moving on.
Head do be a little empty there.
You want to try and take another stab at this animal theme, buddy?
Yeah, do you want to recant all of them and guess their animals?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. I think we've talked in mass on these episodes, though. There's a couple other things that we could go over. But,
All right, but what's Kuma's, though?
Bear.
You're serious.
I
Please
answered you
tell
a
me
little
that-
too seriously, and I'm not sure
Please
if I
tell
got
me
pranked
that was
or
a
you
bit,
got pranked.
and I'm just like so lost in the sauce that I lost the sarcasm.
You not answering is really giving both of us anxiety right now.
Christian, please. I don't know where the bit ends and the jokes begin.
All right, fine. It was a bit.
Oh, thank God. Oh man, I was anxious for a minute. Oh boy. Oh, thank you. Thank Christ. That was scary. All right.
Okay, there's one thing I feel like is important, and we glossed over it, and I feel like we shouldn't. Kobe wakes up from his 3-day coma. Doctor
yes,
tells him,
that's
"Bro,
right.
Oh,
your
right,
trauma
yeah.
awakened hockey."
Hey,
Yeah.
we
Kobe
all
hates
knew
it.
that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
ice
Kobe.
powers.
You can hear everything.
I'm glad we got the confirmation of it, but it was pretty straightforward. I think we all pretty much figured it out right on the spot.
The only funny thing that happened was when Helmeppo was like, "God damn it, you're always better than me, Kobe." Fucking stop.
Doc, tell me I can do it too.
He's like, "I don't know, get good or something."
I don't care. Go fucking
Go find Garp and let him train you some more.
Yeah,
No, even
be on the
better
brink of
when he
death
was
or
like-
something.
Even better when he was like, "Doc, can I do it too?" He's like, "I don't know, probably not."
Damn. Get
That's right though.
Yeah, that's probably right though. But yeah, Kobe traumatized his way into hockey. Good for you, Kobe.
Yep, he's got to deal with that now, being overwhelmed with people's thoughts and I don't know, emotions or feelings, whatever it is. Just having a general sense of everyone around him at all
Dude,
times
same.
now. That's got to be fucking stress-inducing like no other.
But all right. I mean, I feel good. I feel like we've covered everything. Moving on, next week we are going to have 513 to 516, which will be, for those keeping track at home, the last set of actual episodes that we cover before we do a quick little month hiatus on mainline One Piece. If you like listening to us, we'll probably still do.
We're going to do the special after that, right?
Oh, that's right. We will have at least one special where we won't cover episodes or whatever, which we'll get into more next week. And then
Also, we were just told today that there's a spoiler cast coming up, so be on the lookout for that too for all you spoiler kits.
Hey, nice. All right, but moving on from that, let's go to quotes. Anyone have quotes? I'll start. I only have two anyway. There's one line from, I believe it's Duvall, of course, everyone's favorite Duvall. Before I die, I'm gonna touch a girl.
Ooh,
Same,
fucking
Duvall,
love.
same.
we
Fucking
don't
hate
love that. We do not love that.
Yeah, we got to be a little careful on that one, Duvall. You got to be you're a little sussed on this one, okay? And then the other one that I honestly had to pause because it fucking broke my heart. Was this wasn't last week. Was last week the one where Dodon got confirmation that Luffy was
No.
okay? That was this episode.
No.
I think it was this set of
Are you
episodes.
talking about the part where she goes to the treehouse?
Yeah.
That's this
That was this
episode.
week. Or this set.
I have no shame in saying that I had to pause the episode and bawled for about 30 seconds when Dadan showed the newspaper to the empty treehouse and said, "You did it, Ace. Your little brother's okay. He gets to live another day. You'd be proud." And I'm like, "God damn it. You can't do this to me, Dadan." And that's it. Those are my 2 quotes.
The only quote I wrote down was, I've already mentioned before, was when Hawkins was like, "I got 2 things to say. A, your name's fucking stupid, and I can't believe you just said it was your real name. And also, you've got the shadow of death on you."
And it just so happens I'm the Grim Reaper.
Yep, and it just so happens that I'm very ticked off right now. So I will be delivering unto you death. That's it.
Nice.
Justin?
Did we lose him again? This is the second time during
I
a
was
quote.
just thinking.
No.
He's doing a
I
big
do
thing.
not have quotes, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, then just say that next time. Don't sit here keeping us quiet for 3 seconds. I'm just kidding.
I was thinking, totally not working on my haiku that I told you guys we're going to do, and then
Oh my
forgot to do
God. Yes, totally also wrote a haiku this week.
Wow. I totally also wrote a haiku this week, and I wasn't going to write part of it while you guys were reading or anything. Yeah.
Anyway, Golden Ham.
Moving on to the Golden Ham. Spoilers
hold
for the
up.
future.
I got to think about this.
The Golden Ham this week. I got to just go with, how about, who do I want this week? There was like so much action and like things just kind of happening.
We did a lot of jumping around where no one gets like a ton of spotlight.
Yo, how about we give the Golden Ham to a collective this week? How about we give the Golden Ham to the news coups for putting in all of this hard work delivering the news everyone deserves this week to all of the people across the Grand Line and across the whole world, no less.
Right.
Everybody gets a newspaper.
I want to let you know, before you said anything, I was getting ready to razz you because once upon a time you died on your hill. We could only have one person receive Golden Ham because we gave it to Dory and Broggy one time or something, and you were outraged.
Yeah, but that was past me.
That was past you, of course.
That was like 2.5 years ago. Me, I'm a changed man now.
But as soon as you said news coups, I was like, we should give it to the news coups. I am like all in on this.
They're out here putting up the good work, the good fight here, I think.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
They have delivered the news that everyone deserves and needs in a very timely manner, might I add.
Fuck yes, dude. Justin, what say you?
Wow, I really didn't see this one coming. I would have never considered this. I'm all aboard.
We love to see it.
Hell yeah.
All right, the news coups it is.
Oh, I forgot this other thing we're going to do next. Oops. I'm dropping the ball today.
Well, it was there on the sheet the whole time. You could have done something.
You're right, because there's a thing I wanted to talk about. You know what? I got this. Okay.
All right, go off, son. Go off.
All right. So moving on to our fan mail section, we got some 2 emails. There was one I wanted to discuss with the boys, but I forgot to do that part. But it's from our recent listener, excuse me, Michael, and I'm gonna read their email now. Hey y'all, I'm re-listening to your podcast because I started One Piece again with my kids. I realized that you have not created a tier list for the more recent arcs, antagonists / villains. Given that you are coming up to given that you're coming up on a time skip moment, a convenient stopping spot, I'm wondering what are your top 3 villains? Also, what are your bottom 3 villains? And he conveniently gave us a list of antagonists in the series from
what a helpful
what we've seen so far.
gentleman.
Thank you very much.
What a guy. What an absolute
What a
champion.
stand-up gentleman.
So it starts from Alvida, goes all the way down to Akainu.
But also, is this a thing we're going to do in like 2 weeks?
I was just going to say, so I will cut off that idea. And even though we read the email aloud, we just also wanted to recognize it. We'll probably save any tiering until we get to the special episode in a couple of weeks and or spoiler cast.
I don't know for those things specifically, but I was going to come here and say like, hey, thank you for the idea. Thank you for supporting the idea.
Thank you for the list of villains.
Thank
you for the list.
You
If you join the Discord, we'll give you an honorary, what do you call it?
Intern title.
List
Intern
maker.
flair.
You'll get a list maker flair.
But yeah, this is on the docket. During this hiatus thing, we're calling it. It's coming up. I have to start working on it more literally. But yeah, we're gonna do tier lists. This is definitely gonna be one of them. Villains are great. I definitely want to do a dad tier list, dad/mom. Even though we only got like 3 moms in the show.
Parents
It's
tier
coming.
list. I like parents tier list. That'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Parents tier list. It's coming. Just you wait. There's a list of antagonists. I excluded Boa and Amazon Lily Arc because I'm not sure who to name as the antagonist. I also did not include movies because I haven't watched them. Thank you. I hope you get this email before you take your break. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on these antagonists. All the best, Mike. P.S. I'm not usually on social media, but I signed in to see the Jolly Roger. I wholeheartedly approve of the design. I am glad you found an artist to take my idea and turn into a reality. I'm still waiting on everyone's individual snail chats.
This is him? I didn't
Yes.
realize this was the same gentleman.
If you want to see that, you can subscribe to our Patreon. We did a little
Well, Jordy
sketch of-
put up like work in progress sort
Yeah.
of sketch. We all did our own individual sketches of what we think
we
our
all did
snail
our own
chats would look like.
sketches.
And Jordy put up our initial like work in progress ones. Not many of them have gone further than that just yet.
The plan is to find an artist who's going to make them way better works of art than what we've put out.
Yes.
Although I think we did pretty good. I was kind of impressed by mine.
I think eventually things will get going. We've just got a lot of, especially now with this turning point in the show, we've got a lot of things to kind of manage and find out what we're going to do. So I think, unfortunately, after those work in progresses happens, they got put a little on the back burner, but they are happening eventually.
Very succinct.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you. Moving on to our other email from our resident fanboy Taco here. Yo, what's up? It's your boy. Okay, first thing I want to ask is if you had to show a friend a couple random episodes of One Piece who has never watched One Piece before, which episodes would they be and why? And to keep it simple, let's say 4. I don't think I could do that.
I think this would be hard, so I would have to stick with just like gag episodes. And I feel like Foxy Boxing is hilarious because Afro Luffy is always a fun time. The episode where they go to the sky is pretty sick. The episode where they hit Sabaody for the first time is pretty fire. And I don't know. I guess
Pasta machine.
Pasta machine. Pasta machine. Dude, they would be all in if they saw
I
Pasta
think I would
machine.
absolutely show someone Pasta Machine. Maybe not even the whole episode, because the whole episode is just kind of like they each do a move and then talk for 5 minutes, and then Pasta Machine happens, which is the best part. So I might just show them the minutes up leading up to Pasta Machine and maybe right after. But
the episode of Robin joining the crew for the first time is actually like probably one of my favorite like random slice of life episodes because it has the choppa joke.
But yes,
the problem is that it would spoil that Robin joins, so I wouldn't want to give them that. Even though it's a great ep, I wouldn't want to throw that in their faces right out the gate. That would be kind of hurtful.
Very true.
But yeah, no, I feel like those are the 4 I would give to any new watcher without being too spoiler heavy.
Yeah, I think it'd have to lean heavily on the gag side to kind of show. But I would also feel like there needs to be like one semi-serious episode in there just to show that the story has actual depth to it. But I don't know
maybe like the Arlong fight or something. An episode of the Arlong fight.
Like the episode where Nami goes to Luffy and actually asks for help, and then all the boys roll out or something like that. Because that's not like a super spoiler heavy one. Like, you know all the characters already, and but you can see how stuff would actually you would probably wonder what would break this girl down to this point, because earlier in the episode Nami is functioning like a regular person and so on. So I think that especially would be a good episode to kind of show people that the show can be funny as you give them all the other ones, and then you slam them with this one as the fourth one and be like, here, have these emotions, bitch. And then
I love what you're spitting right now. You're sounding like a version of myself, and it makes me feel certain things.
I think that might just be the fan fiction we read earlier.
Okay, yeah, right. The fan fiction still spoke to me earlier, apparently. Is Justin back? Did he leave?
Yeah, sorry, my mom, Barshin. What would I show people? So I got a couple things come to mind. I think a pretty decent idea would be showing them the episode of Luffy versus Bluno from the bar the first time. We're on it's like technically like a rooftop right outside Ennie's lobby or whatever. I think that's a pretty cool episode. I also thought about, and this would be like really spoiler heavy, but I would probably show someone my favorite One Piece episode. And I always forget the exact number. It's like 985, I think. No, is it 985? Okay. I can't remember it. Brendan probably, if he remembers any time I've spoken about it, he might remember what episode I'm thinking of. But this is just an episode. It's basically just one big fight scene out in the ocean. But it features 978. That is my favorite episode of One Piece. It is spectacularly animated. They went really hard for no reason at all. In addition to that, it is a bunch of cool characters doing really cool things. Primarily, it features my favorite character doing really cool things. And I'm like, I love this episode. I would probably show someone episode 987. Excuse me, 978. 978.
Dyslexia be like that, though.
It does hit hard sometimes.
It do be hitting hard.
Thank you, Justin, for giving us a recommendation that did not actually spoil a single thing. I'm proud of you. I was a little worried. I was worried on there that you were going to say something, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. He's using his words. He's reaching for them.
I started playing the white noise in my head just in case.
You did good, Justin. We appreciate you.
It would be hard to how much you're gonna you can't start them from the beginning, because I don't think it's like super duper enticing. Like, it's not like where you want to start your sales pitch at. I think personally, I
would pick episodes specifically that if they have spoilers in them, because I mean any episode that's anything other than episode 1 is going to have spoilers at some capacity. Mm-hmm. Don't let the spoiler be the focus. Let the vibe of the episode be the point, I guess. When I say go up to Skypiea using the waterfall, I mean, by the time you get to Skypiea, even if you know that there's like a spout, I mean, they tell you how they get there. Within the first moment they enter the area, they're like, hey, we want to go to the sky. And it's like, well, we have a knock-up stream. You can ride a literal knock-up all the way to the sky or whatever. So, I mean, it spoils, but I don't know. I think it's still a fun time.
As I think about it now, I think a decent episode when they're on Jaya. It's when Luffy, Zoro, and Nami are at the bar. They're getting their ass kicked, but they're not fighting back, and then they eventually bump into Blackbeard. I think that'd be kind of a cool episode.
Which is great, because we also don't know he's Blackbeard at that point. My dumbass accidentally spoiled that for these guys.
What a
moment
thing you did. what a piece of One Piece with a lime lore you gave to us on that day.
Yeah, that was my bad.
All right, anything else we want to say before I move on to the rest of this email?
Oh my God, there's more.
That was
let's
go.
Right,
we got to move on, dude. Come on, we've been doing this for like an hour and a half. Let's go.
Next question. If you could 1v1 anyone on the show, who would it be? My answer is Chopper, but I'd have to get the drop on him.
Is the idea that we're going in there to win? Then I don't know.
What's the actual goal here?
Well, if I'm training to get stronger, I'm maybe and the promise is that I'm not gonna die at the end, then maybe I 1v1 Sanji. I like kicking fighting styles way more than punch or sword fighting styles personally. But if I'm trying to go in here and
fight for my
murder,
life,
yeah, and my life is on the line, then I'm gonna choose someone I don't know. I'm gonna choose a kid. I'm gonna choose a child that I can just stomp on. Yeah, or Kobe from the beginning of the series.
Before his glow up.
Yeah, of course, because now we could sense me from 300 miles away, and he would just kill. He knows shave now, so it doesn't even matter. He would shave my ass, and I'd be dead. You didn't say Straw Hat, right? You just said someone from the show.
Anyone from the show.
Anyone from the show. Yeah, I mean, I pick anyone that doesn't have fucking powers. Like I pick villager number 3 from Windmill Village.
No, you pick Whoop Slap, the mayor of Woodmill.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I picked the old man Whoop Slap.
I don't know. I think Whoop Slap could run you the fade, bro.
No
I'm
shot.
just saying.
No shot.
No
I'm putting
shot.
Whoop Slap into an early grave.
Oh man.
It's a lot of talk coming from you. I was like, no, I gotta
will,
see this.
Tell him to pull up then. I'm ready anytime Whoop Slap is. I'll Whoop Slap his ass.
I will counter this notion, and I will outlandishly choose somebody with a power, and I pick Robin because I just want her to dominate me, mommy.
Wait a second.
Not gonna lie to you, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Wait a second.
That's right. Christian didn't say it first, honestly.
I was taking Taco's email too seriously, I guess.
If I want to be wanting to like train and get better, I think I'd pick Rayleigh. That's just me.
I don't need to
Although
get
I
better.
do like the Sanji answer because I agree with everything you said, but I'm like, Rayleigh could probably teach me that and more.
Yeah? What else could he teach you?
How to throw a punch? Because like Luffy is kind of like the punchy guy, but like I don't want lessons from Luffy.
Mhm.
Actually, no. I want to take. Well, I mean, okay. In theory, if humans could learn Fishman karate, I want Jinbei to teach me Fishman karate.
Okay.
Like if
That
he could
sounds good.
essentially teach me like water bending, let's go.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
That'd be sick. Though.
If a regular human showed up that knew Fishman karate at some point, that'd be
Ooh,
cool. I'm not sure
nice.
if there's like some sort of internal energy fishmen have that allows them to do Fishman karate or not, but if it wasn't
Brett,
the
but
case, that'd be sick.
Wait, you already gave us your answer. We gave our answers. Moving on to the last thing they wrote. Another one is if you could turn any anime into a video game and play it, what anime would it be?
They all have their own video games. They're all fighting games.
They all have their own video game at this
They're
point.
all
But
fighting
I
games.
guess in the spirit of the question, I don't know. I think the best answer is probably something like Sword Art, but well, actually, you know what? Attack on Titan would be fire. I would love to play a really good game of Attack on Titan. I don't know how you would make it exactly, but if you put like God of War energy into Attack on Titan, I'd be here for it.
You want something more narrative driven than the action driven part.
Mhm.
Well, but the problem is that God of War still is great action, though. Like,
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that the Attack on Titan games already exist, and they're you go around and fight Titans, and it just follows the
I've seen
story of the
some
show.
gameplay of like Attack on Titan games.
People
It just
like
look
that
a little
game from the-
clunky.
People like the newest one that come out. I think I didn't play it, of course. I haven't
guess I
played
haven't
any
played
anime
it.
games. I haven't played any anime games either, but I remember hearing that people kind of like the newest one that came out at the time.
Okay,
Good
I'm going to
question.
say, now that I think about it, because I saw some gameplay of Odyssey and I've heard a review of Odyssey. I do not like One Piece Odyssey because of the combat. It's turn-based. It tries to be innovative with turn-based combat. I'm just not into it unless it's like literally I'm playing Pokemon. If it's not Pokemon, I don't like turn-based combat.
the best
So I
turn-based combat that I have played in recent memory is either South Park game by like a large margin.
So what I would want is a One Piece game where it has very strong narrative and like RPG elements the way Odyssey is pushing out, but I want to freely like to have free flowing combat, like, you know, insert any major American English RPG like God of War, Infamous, blah 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 blah. I want
Yeah.
that kind of gameplay, but also have the ability to swap between Straw Hats because I want to play as Zoro.
Great. Next, moving on. Christian, you're next.
I don't know. If I had to pick an anime, let's pick Promised Neverland. I think you can make a mean farming simulator out of that game.
Oh no!
Oh my
I don't
God,
like
stop.
This. I don't
Stop.
like this.
You're the worst.
What do you?
You're the
I don't get it.
actual fucking worst.
What's the problem here?
I'm not giving you a response to that. Also, by the way, from now on, anyone who emails us, you get one fucking question. We're not doing this 3-question shit every time ever again. Moving
Rest in peace,
on.
Taco.
The grab bag.
Everything
I'm
Taco
not
Wait,
even
let
sure.
me finish the email. There's no more questions. That was the
my
last
God.
question. Okay, I think I'm done. Boa Hancock is the greatest. Fight me.
I will.
Sincerely anonymous. ... It's me, Taco. We're done.
All right,
Thank you,
fine.
anonymous. ... Taco. All right, moving on. We're not even going to give a bag out because we already spoiled it. We're doing haiku this week.
Woo! I'm going first because I think I'm the first one to finish their haiku. You guys,
Go
hurry
ahead,
up.
by all means.
Where did I write my haiku? Oh shit.
All right, well, if you don't start, I'm going to start mine because I did finish my haiku.
Okay,
Thank you, asshole.
I got it. Okay, anyway. Rest in peace, Ed B. You will be surely missed here. Welcome aboard, Podin. If anybody was counting, that last line is 6 syllables. I struggled to make it 5, but I'm sticking with that line. Fight me.
I mean, I will. It's not a haiku then.
Yeah, you didn't write a haiku.
You got
failed.
0%.
Moving on.
You submitted an assignment and got 0%. Congratulations. All right.
Okay, that is not a 0. Okay,
You
that
got
is like
50. Maybe
75. Take it or leave it.
No. You failed. You fucked up one of 3 lines. At most, you get a 6
grade.
No. At
grade.
most, you get a 66% because you fucked up one of 3 lines.
Facts. 100%.
I'll take it. It's passing somewhere.
That's not passing.
Barely.
I think 65 is failing in my state. All right, I'll take a 66.
My God. All right, fine, fair enough. All right, well, I want to let the record show I did have my haiku done the whole time. I just wanted to join in on the joke.
Lies.
Also, the message is clear. The crew is staying away. See you in 2 years.
Wow.
Look at that. You see that? Yeah, I had a vision for this haiku this week. Although my haiku would have not worked very well if Christian did not inherently understand what the message was.
My man was about to either become a really big spoiler like me, or he was about to write a really rushed haiku right now.
Yeah. You know.
Join me, Brendan. Join me in the spoiling ways.
I'm sure you would have just told me what the message was if I hadn't figured it out.
Probably.
I don't think you would have just left me there. On that note, I also had my haiku done the whole time. Justin, you were the only one.
Nah. You're all filthy liars. You can't lie to me.
And unfortunately, it kind of mirrors Brennan's. Luffy, ring the bell. He press F to pay respects. Let's meet in 2 years.
Oh, no,
Nice.
no. You did not have this done.
I did.
No, don't you give me that. I wrote those 2 things, mostly that one F line, pay respects, blah, blah, blah. I wrote that in today's summary, which I highly doubt you would have read when I was writing it last night.
Like, it's not a fucking meme everyone and their mother knows about.
Although,
Don't you people believe this liar?
I gotta say, you literally told us earlier this cast that you didn't parse together the 2 years thing. Unless, I guess, you just knew it was a time skip, so you just guessed 2 years.
I knew there was a 2-year time skip. My brain just didn't put together that.
Nah, Brennan caught you red-handed.
No. I knew about this 2-year time skip.
He passes the vibe check, I say.
Nah, not even a little bit.
All right, Justin, do the thing.
Thank you for listening to our show. If you wish to follow us on social media, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram, while Twitter is still here, at Panda Sightings. If you wish to email us like Tycho, Michael, and Taco, you could do so at pandasightings@gmail.com. If you wish to financially support us, you can do so on Patreon. There's 2 tiers. Pick your poison. And if you wish to join a community with like-minded listeners to you and just be part of some really cool people, you can join our Discord. And the link to those things will be in a link tree in the description of our podcast episode. Yeah.
Okay, great. Now that we're here, I need to end this cast so I can go to a writing seminar. I got to figure out better bits than just sending us to prison and or killing us every single fucking time.
Yeah, that's coming out of your pocket, right? You were not.
Yeah, don't worry. I mean,
okay.
Patreon is not paying for that.
Let the record show. I already siphoned all the money out of Patreon, so I guess inadvertently it's coming from you guys. But
we're getting Ponzi schemed right now. What's happening?
Yeah, did we just?
Huh? Well, I mean, you gave me the access to it. I just figured it was open to anybody. I thought it was like
whoa.
That's not how it works at all.
First come, first served.
We just wanted you to just be able to
first served. Is that what you just said?
Scum.
No, first come, first served.
I heard first scum, and it feels aptly applicable here.
Ooh, yikes! You hate to see
we
it.
gotta consult our lawyer. Where's Isaac?
All right, I'm off to go to
Where's
my $3,000.
Isaac? He's been absent for years. Our lawyer has wanted nothing to do with us.
We had him on retainer.
We've made so many mistakes over the years. They just quit. They just without even telling us.
Yo, you think Carl Weezer could hit us up with his lawyer?
Carl Weezer?
Yeah, he was on the show a couple weeks ago or a month ago. Months.
I mean, I know that, but he left. But we bought him for an entire episode, and he left after
we still have
the
the number to him or his manager, right? We can make this work.
I mean,
talk to these people.
I tried already. They blocked us on everything.
Shit.
They don't want anything to do with us anymore. I don't know what happened.
Fuck. All right. You're not off the hook, Bread Boy. We're coming for you.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to go to the seminar later.
All right. Let us know how it goes. We're expecting good things from you.
I wouldn't.
Well, then what are we paying for?
Well.
Well.
And stop.
2 writing majors in here.